Welcome in to this Advent midweek reflection. All but one of my candles are lit. And so we are feeling the closeness of Christmas coming. Here at Georgetown Lutheran, we've been following the verses of O Come, Emmanuel, this ancient prayer of the church called the O Antiphons. Each week calls upon the Lord in a different name. And this week it's, O come, O King of Nations. Let's hear the verse sung. These words, O come, O King of Nations, O cornerstone that binds in one. Do you hope for a coming king? Or do you maybe not associate your hopes in God with a king, thinking a king, any earthly ruler will not possibly do this? Maybe after the year that we've been through, and the years, frankly, all the years of our country, and this one in particular, the struggle and even the lack of peace after the presidential election in this time of transition, it's hard to think of a king of a nation being an answer. And so this image, this name of God must be entirely different from what we know here on earth. It must be because that second line, O cornerstone that binds in one. Oh man, do I want that for our country? I think we all long for that, although we've all got different values that are sometimes competing and conflicting on how to get there. But the idea of a cornerstone that could bind us all together as one, that would take an incredible power to be able to do. Imagine, like we hear elsewhere in scripture, the idea of completely different people sitting together at God's banquet table, that the kingdom of heaven would look like that. Prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies, right? That's what we're waiting for. A vision, a world where we can do that and it would actually work. Unity, peace, true peace that comes with justice and love that is authentic, where no one is hungry. O come, O King of Nations. Maybe also I notice as I say it again that it's not king of a nation. It's not the kind of king that we've ever experienced before. The king who will be King of Kings and Lord of Lords, right? As we'll sing in a few days. I invite you to listen to tonight's speaker, Rudy Rasmus, this video clip from the Work of the People called A Resurrected Christmas. We don't often think about the power of the incarnation. Jesus coming in a human body is not only the incredible, mind-blowing thought that God could slip it into skin, but also the fact that the resurrection means he's still around. And I don't know about you, but this Advent, of really longing, that waiting. And this Sunday, we are getting ready, going to hear Mary's Magnificat, which is a beautiful vision of what God has done and will do, upturning the status quo, leveling the plane. And yet this year I find myself impatient, antsy to read that, thinking like, all right, come on already, bring it. So I invite you to listen to these words about what kind of king we're waiting for.
What are you waiting for?
What do you mean?
Advent. Do you have hope for a coming king?
You know, man, that's a good question. I have to hope in knowing that the king is already here. I can't wait for something to happen. It's that's not enough to keep me in this thing. I've got to know that that the king has already made it, and that we're on the same page. That's that whole Advent thing. Matter of fact, I have wrestled with it ever since becoming a Christian, because whereas I understand that Jesus came, if he's resurrected, I don't have to wait for him to come back when all indication points to the fact that he's still hanging out with us, and that's really why I'm a Christian, because of the resurrection. I was telling matter of fact, I was dialoguing with some young friends of mine recently, all of whom became followers of Jesus as a result of our encounters, and they were reminding me that they were followers of Jesus because of the resurrection. And they told me very, very candidly, say, like, Rudy, if he ain't alive, I'm out. And I had to understand that, because I really believe the same thing. If he ain't alive, I'm out.
That's powerful, and staying with me, Rudy's words about I've got to hope that that kind of king is already here. I am clinging to that hope this year, impatient for anything that could still be on the way. I know and hope and trust and believe that God is already in charge, and that although we may only see glimpses of it now, this King of Nations, any unity that binds us one, I trust that God's already got it. That the life and death and resurrection of Jesus, the one who would come as a tiny, vulnerable child in an oppressed land, God's got this. God's already here. He's already been here. He's already been through everything we've been through and more. So God holds us even while we wait. O come, Emmanuel. I invite you to join us here at Georgetown Lutheran for Sunday worship every Sunday live at 10 a.m. and for Christmas Eve worship at 5 p.m. Eastern Time live on Zoom. Join us, grab a candle to light with us, and be ready for a beautiful worship service connecting us together. So blessed Advent. We've got still a week and a half left, and may God bless and hold you.